Hi guys, back again with another journal page. Still loving the process of each page. And I've started this one off without gesso and just adding some stamps. I put some softer coloured stamps in there first, ink, sorry, but it needed a little bit darker, I thought, so I used some grey then. So then I've gone over with the gesso and just using my palette knife. Just to give it a bit of interest, so not all spaces on the page are covered with the gesso. And now once it was dry, I decided to add a bit of colour using my Rubens pearlescent watercolours. Beautiful colours in this set. They were a gift from my daughter for Christmas a couple of years ago, maybe last year, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I had a plan for this page, but in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have used the colour. You'll see why later on. So just adding some water there to let it run and spread where it wants to go amongst all that gesso, and yeah, so now I thought it was a bit too pale at this stage. Goodness knows why. So I added some non-pearlescent watercolors, a bit brighter there. Just still trying to get the background right. And I really like the colours, the makeup of the background. And so I think I probably should have left it as that without doing what I end up doing. And you'll see why later on. So really love the composition of the background there. But you know, it is me, and I've still yet to learn the art of restraint. So instead of using paint through the stencils, I'm just going to use with a rollable pen and just trace a couple of the wildflowers there onto the page. Just deciding which ones I want to use. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to try this background again on another page without doing what I'm doing now to it. I think it lends itself very nicely to maybe fairies or just, yeah, other sort of collage and ephemera. Maybe. We'll see. So still going through, and this is gearing up. What I'm doing now is gearing up to something that you probably won't see coming. Yep, just lengthening that last leaf. I'm still going. Love these cone flowers. And then just I've been watching a few Zentangle videos lately on YouTube, and I'm really getting the urge to have a go with them. So I thought I'd introduce them on this page rather than using another stencil. It's actually very relaxing, Zentangling. It's also time consuming, and those that know me know that I'm a very impatient person, and um it's too time consuming for me, I think. It takes so long for a project to be done with Zentangle, and that's just not me. Love the finished products, but just getting there is really, really hard. Nearly done with, oh yeah, yeah, I didn't realise that I should have heat set that there, and I shouldn't have even drawn it again, because what I come up with soon is just, yeah, anyway. So I think I've got the last one, last little flower drawn on there now. And then we'll bring in what I originally had planned for this. No, I've got to put a branch under the bird because he seems to be hanging in thin air there. So now we're ready. Okay, so here it is, the Elegant Writer. These markers I bought many, many years ago, and I think I tested them out once, maybe twice, and then they've been sitting in my drawer all these years. So I thought, well, I wanted to use them, but if you can see, like, they produce other colours once wet, like some blues and pinks. It's very subtle in the way I'm using it now, especially over colour, and that's what I shouldn't have used them on. I should have used them just on a well, maybe not plain, but a relatively colourless page, because you can get the real. You can see here in a minute the colours coming out in that bird. It doesn't look. It sort of doesn't show up much on camera here, the colours of it, but once it starts to dry, you see that coneflower. But then the other colours in the background are fighting with it. So that's where I think I came into trouble. I It's not that I don't I like the page. It's just not what I had in mind when I first started it. So now I have a pack of these elegant writers, and they range in thickness from 1.3 millimeters to 3 millimeters, I think. Um, so I have quite a few twos, 2.5, a couple of threes. I've just got the 1.3 millimeter. Um, so the 3 becomes sort of like a broad tip, which I used on the bird's tail there. So I think I will try and do another page with less colour using the Elegant Rider in another video when I decide on what sort of theme I'm going to have for it. Now it looks all nice and neat now. I'm trying to go inside, colour inside the lines, but you'll see that it doesn't end up nice and neat. But I really do. I think I love the effect, but I would even love it more. There we go. Trying to show you there. Yeah, you can't really see the colouring that comes through from those Elegant Riders. Yep, I smudged up the top there, so I decided, right, I'll get that thick Elegant Rider there and just make a border out of it, an edge. Then comes the water. Yeah, I didn't want to get that little bug on the leaf all yeah, I do eventually, but it wasn't too bad. You can still see it under there. You can see a little bit of the colours coming through on the top right of that page there from the Elegant Rider. Oh, don't you just love those colours there? I've probably overdone it there. So pretty. But I think it'll look so much better without any colour on the background. So I think I'm going to have to give the page quite a few very thin coats of sealant after it's all done. Well, it is all done now. I'm going to have to do that so that it doesn't sweat and bleed through the page and just ruin it completely. Yeah, here I go again. I've gone over this leaf with the little caterpillar in there, and yeah, he gets messed up again, so I have to redraw him a second time. Yeah, I really don't like just going around those with the water on that paintbrush. I think the best effects you get is from a spray. Bit of camera there. Sorry about that. Going back over these flowers again with the Elegant Rider. Trying to make another huge mess. Really loving the top left-hand corner of that page. You can sort of see the variation from where the gesso is and isn't. So I really love that. So food for thought for the next one of the next pages. Yep. So now this is the first of I don't know how many coats of white paint I used. It wasn't that many, probably 3 or 4. Just to there we go, so that I can colour it. So give it a bit of so that you notice it more than any of the other. This is the sort of focal image. And now we'll redraw him the third or fourth time. And now I've got to get the whites in his eyes, so making sure I dry it first. Then I thought, yep, well, there's the eyeballs. And I thought he needed his little hands to come across and sitting on his belly, on his body. So he's nice and relaxed. And then comes the quote, live each day better than your last. All products used in making this page are listed in the description below. Yeah, I tried to use the white Posca pen over that, but because of the, I'm assuming what are they? Those, yeah, elegant writers. They're sort of reacting a bit. Could be the pen too, the Ecoline black pen, but that was enough. Okay, that's it. Be interested to know what you think on the page and my thoughts on it. And look out for the one where I don't have any colour in it. I'm just going to use the elegant writers. All right, guys, that's it. And I'll be back with another page next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.